The Nagaland's ULB elections to be held with reservation for women's seats, contradicting views on holding the polls. The Association of Kohima Municipal Wards Panchayat says Nagaland Municipal Act should be rectified or amended before holding the polls. The Core Committee on Naga Political Issues seeks last word from the Centre on Naga issues. UDA Chairman T.R. Zeliang along with CM Rio and Deputy Chief Minister Y. Patton to meet Union Home Minister Amit Shah to confirm the position of the Government of India on the issue. Assemblies of GOD Nagaland State Council expresses a strong opposition to the proposed move to leave Nagaland Liquor Prohibition Act 1989 and called for strengthening of the act. AGNSC expresses alcohol destroys economy, relationship, spiritual health of society and families. Major fire breaks at Burma Camp Station Road behind Public College of Commerce, Dimapur at around 2:30 p.m. on Sunday due to short circuit. 3 fire brigade doused off the fire. Pakistan has asserted that an internal court of inquiry has not enough a day after India admitted accidental firing of a missile that landed in Pakistan territory. Pakistan demanded a joint probe into the incident, and Pakistan also listed some fundamental questions for Indian government. Hello viewers, welcome to Nltv Primetime News. I'm Rinki Gogoi and let's see more of the news in details. Even as the Nagaland government and Naga civil society organization passed a resolution to conduct urban local body elections in the state with reservations for women, there emerged contradicting views on holding the polls. While the Naga Mothers Association on Saturday hailed the decision of the March 9 consultative meeting between the Nagaland government and civil society organizations to hold the civic body elections with 33% reservation for women, the Association of Kohima Municipal Wards Panchayat said that the Nagaland Municipal Act should be rectified or amended before holding the polls. On the other hand, the consultative meeting in Kohima on March 9, organized by the state government, unanimously decided to hold the civic body polls as per the 74th Amendment Act of the Constitution of India, which provides for 30% reservation of seats for women. The resolution was appended by Chief Minister Nipur Rio, Deputy Chief Minister Y. Patton, Chairperson of the United Democratic Alliance T.R. Zeliang, and over 200 individuals representing the government and stakeholders present at the meeting. Calling for rectifying or amending the Nagaland Municipal Act before holding the urban local body elections, the AKMWP President Tejao Shekoshe told reporters in Kohima yesterday that the act was based on the mainland India and some of its provisions were against the Naga culture. He also clarified that they are not against holding the civic body elections and they should be conducted as soon as possible. Sekose also said that the AKMWP will hold a meeting soon to deliberate on the issue. The assemblies of GOD Nagaland State Council has expressed strong opposition to the proposed move to leave the Nagaland Liquor Total Prohibition Act 1989 and called for strengthening of the act. A press note released by the Superintendent, Reverend Tusaya Kat, acknowledged the concerns raised by the state government on the possible loss of revenue and antisocial elements and affecting consumers' health. He further stated that the consumption of alcohol, whether of high or low quality, does not help in improvement of one's health and it rather destroys the economy, relationship as well as the spiritual health of the society and the families. A major fire breaks out at the Burma Camp Station Road behind Public College of Commerce, Dimapur at around 2:30 p.m. on Sunday. Reportedly, 3 fire brigades arrived at the scene and doused off the fire. It was later learned that the fire broke out due to short circuit and a few gas cylinders also burst during the incident. It may be mentioned that the godowns and houses were burnt down, including a vehicle which was partially gutted by fire. However, no casualties were reported. A major fire broke out at Burma Camp Station Road behind the Public College of Commerce, Dimapur, at around 2:30 p.m. on Sunday. Reportedly, 3 fire brigades arrived at the scene and doused off the fire. It was later learned that the fire broke out due to short circuit and few gas cylinders also burst during the incident. It may be mentioned that godowns and houses were burnt down, including a vehicle which was partially gutted down by fire. However, no casualties were reported.
Burma Gemla Station Road, idu railway station la jala rasta, ide auto stand thagala, idu PCC Public College of Commerce la piche de scrap dealers kan tagan ide tagan la core as well as core aro godown kan ide ase to amian ide age to jawle na pare idu la fire do piche de bra ulai she goina jani paise amni kan ide dikhi base dukan core kan idukan ase aro godown kan bi tu ase aro kunuba do gas cylinder bi phudise aro amni kan ide ekta ite dak to idu gas cylinder kiman phudise ite dak to total to estimate korle para nai aro amni kan ide dikhi hole paro cameraman ba dikhai dio tade gari ekta bi tade chuli nai nya ase
মই কাম দি যাইনা দেখছে মই তো না জানি এটো তো দূর বা দেখছে মই পলাই কিনা আইছে সাইসলে ঘর জ্বলি কিনা দেখছে সামান বি বেশি যাইছে মহালা পয়সা বি লাগিছে এটো বি যাইছে পেনশন লা কাগজ গভর্নমেন্ট লা কাগজ খান ডকুমেন্টস খান সব যাইছে এটা কোতে প্রায় তো বানাবো কইলে বেশি টাইম লাগিব
The National Board of Examination in Medical Sciences has lowered the minimum qualifying percentiles for the NEET PG 2021 for all categories. Notably, the decision has been taken in an attempt to prevent wastage of the seats. Member Secretary of the Medical Counseling Committee, Dr. B. Srinivas, said approximately 8,000 seats were lying vacant after the completion of the 2 rounds of the All India quota and 2 rounds of the state quota. He further mentioned that by reducing the percentile by 15 points, the Health Ministry, in consultation with the National Medical Commission, will allow approximately 25,000 candidates to participate in the mop-up round and will prevent any wastage of the seats. Divine Creation on Sunday organized a Pre-Holi fest at Europa in Dimapur. Chawi Jain, Dr. Y. Jimomi, Vishnu Bhattacharjee and Munna Yadav graced the program as a special guest. Vishnu Bhattacharjee, during a speech at the program, stated that Holi is a special and auspicious day for the Hindus and it is celebrated to embrace victory over evil and welcome new season.
Special day, auspicious day, itu din day. Ami kan dosto biya ke phela ke na bhal. Ami kan Hindu niyam day. Holi to ekdam ekta special day, auspicious day, itu din day. Ami kan dosto biya ke phela ke na bhal hai embrace korbo. Itu laga hai basipala se. So there is some saying. In entire India, in every corner we celebrate it. Maybe outside India, abroad also. Now this is the season after winter to welcome this new season. So I celebrate kori thake, and I am very much glad to see Dr. Jimomi with us. Dr. Jimomi, he is always with us in any program. Munna bhai and Madam Administrator from Assembly of God School and all our leaders sitting in front.
ये एक छोटा सा टोकन ऑफ लव है मेरे तरफ से हमारी पूरी टीम की तरफ से जो डिवाइन क्रिएशन है और हम लोग जो प्री सेलिब्रेट कर रहे हैं होली तो ये लोग इतना कुछ जीत के आए हैं ज़्यादा कुछ तो हम लोग दे नहीं पाएंगे पर वो लोग यहाँ आज कल जाने वाले थे आफ्टर द प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस पर ये प्रोग्राम हम लोग को अटेंड करना था वो लोग देख तो कुछ नहीं पा रहे बट फील कर पा रहे हैं काफी खुश है यहाँ पे आके आप सोचो ना देख भी नहीं पा रहे हैं लाइफ इज सो कलरफुल एंड ब्यूटीफुल.
The Sikkim government is set to announce a scheme to install vending machines to provide free sanitary pads in its 210 secondary and senior secondary schools. The state government aims to curb dropout of girl students from the schools and raise awareness about the menstrual hygiene, and State Education Department Secretary in charge says that they will also install incinerators for proper disposal of the pads. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Sunday chaired a high-level meeting to review India's security preparedness and the prevailing global scenario in the context of the ongoing conflict in Ukraine. Notably, the Prime Minister stressed that every effort must be made to make India self-reliant in the defense sector. It is to be mentioned that the Sunday's meeting was attended by the Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar and Finance Minister Nirmala Sitaram, among others. Besides, Foreign Secretary Harsh Vardhan Shringla and National Security Advisor Ajit Doval also attended the meeting. It may be mentioned that the Prime Minister has held several high-level meetings involving union ministers and senior officials ever since Russia launched its military assault on Ukraine and India began a massive operation titled Operation Ganga to bring back its stranded citizens from the war-hit Ukraine. A meeting of the Congress Working Committee is underway to discuss the party's crushing defeat in the assembly elections in the 5 states. The meeting is being held at the party's 24 Akbar Road office in the national capital. Notably, Congress interim President Sonia Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi, Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, leader of opposition in Rajya Sabha Malik Arjun Kharge, Ghulam Nabi Azad, Vijay Singh, P. Chidambaram, Harish Rawat, Anand Sharma, Jairam Ramesh and K.C. Venugopal are present in the meeting. Among other top leaders present in the meeting include Chhattisgarh Chief Minister Bhupesh Baghel, Shakti Singh Gohil, Dinesh Gundu Rao, Rajiv Shukla, Ambika Soni, Mukul Wasnik and Pramod Tiwari. Ahead of the meeting, the dissident group within the party, G23, has suggested Mukul Wasnik for the post of the president of the party, which was not accepted. Sources said G23, which consists of Anand Sharma, Ghulam Nabi Azad, Kapil Sibal, has suggested Mukul Wasnik's name for the post of president of the party, but it was not accepted. The source, who is a part of the G23, also said that the new party president should lead the party in the manner as was done by Sonia Gandhi in early 2000. Though Sonia Gandhi is the interim president, it is virtually being run by K.C. Venugopal, Ajay McCain and Randeep Surjewala. There is no accountability fixed on them. Rahul Gandhi is not the president, but he operates from behind the scene and takes decisions. He does not communicate openly, and we are party's well-wishers and not enemies, the source added. West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee on Sunday took down to Twitter to announce the veteran actor and former Union Minister Shatrughan Sinha will be TMC's candidate in Lok Sabha by election from Asansol constituency. Mamata further stated that the singer and former Union Minister Babul Supriyo will be the party's candidate in assembly by-elections from Baligunge seat. And the Election Commission of India declared on Saturday that by-poll to Asansol Lok Sabha seat along with 4 assembly seats will be held on the April 12th. The assembly seats whereby polls will be held on April 12 are Baligunge, West Bengal, Khairagarh, Chhattisgarh, Bokcha, Bihar and Kolhapur, North Maharashtra. Union Home Minister of State for Home Ajay Kumar Mishra Teni, his son and other people were booked after a complaint was lodged by the farmers in connection with the Sundas violence in Uttar Pradesh Lakhimpur district. Lakhimpur Superintendent of Police Vijay Dhul informed that an FIR was filed under IPC Section 302 for murder, 120B for criminal conspiracy and 147 for rioting at Tikunia police station. Police sources stated that the violence erupted after a car had hit protesting farmers, following which 8 people were killed in Lakhimpur Kheri. It was also stated that the 4 farmers were killed after allegedly being hit by convoy and 4 others who were traveling in one of the vehicles were beaten to death. The efforts to bring back the mortal remains of an Indian student who died during shelling in the conflict-ridden Ukraine will be resumed after the situation improves. Karnataka Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai on Sunday informed that the process to bring back the mortal remains of Naveen Shekharappa, an MBBS student who died during shelling in Ukraine, will be resumed soon after shelling stops there. Bommai had earlier informed that Naveen's body has been embalmed and kept in a mortuary in Ukraine. The Russian invasion of Ukraine entered the 18th day, and the invading Russian forces have expanded their offensive towards eastern Ukraine. Reportedly, Russian airstrikes killed 35 people and 134 injured in the attack on the base, which was training center for Ukrainian forces with the foreign instructors, including from the United States and Canada, at a military base outside Ukraine's western city of Lviv on Sunday. This attack brings the conflict dangerously close to the Polish border. Another 9 people were also killed in a strike on the southern city of Mykolaiv, while the capital Kyiv braced for possible encirclement by the Russian forces. In a video address posted on social media late Saturday night, President Volodymyr Zelensky was adamant that the Russians would not take Ukraine, and notably for the first two weeks following its February 24 invasion, Russia's forces had focused on the eastern and southern areas of Ukraine. Notably, the strategic and heavily besieged port of Mariupol, in recent days they moved to the center, striking the city of Dnipro, and now the west, edging close to the frontier with EU and NATO members Poland. Overnight, missiles struck a military training ground in Yaroiv near Lviv, about 20 kilometers from the Polish border, regional governor Maxim Kozycki said. In the Black Sea city of Mykolaiv, near the strategic port of Odessa, Governor Vitaly Kim said 9 people were killed in a Russian airstrike. The city of around 500,000 has been under attack by Russian troops for days, and an AFP reporter said a cancer treatment hospital and an eye clinic there came under fire Saturday. Meanwhile, efforts continue to get help to the strategic southern port city of Mariupol, which aid agencies say is facing a humanitarian catastrophe. Ukraine says more than 1,500 civilians have died in a near 2-week siege, which has left the city without water or heat and running out of food. Attempts to evacuate hundreds of thousands of people have repeatedly failed. Moreover, US President Joe Biden authorized up to $200 million in new weapons and other aid to Ukraine. But he also ruled out direct action against nuclear-armed Russia, warning that it would lead to World War III. The Core Committee on Naga Political Issues will seek the last word from the center on the Naga issue. Notably, United Democratic Alliance Chairman T.R. Zeliang, along with the Chief Minister Nipur Rio and the Deputy Chief Minister Y. Patton, to meet Union Home Minister Amit Shah to confirm the position of the Government of India on the Naga issue. During the proposed meeting with Shah, Zeliang said they are going to ask him about the last word from the Government of India. Meanwhile, the Chief Minister had asked the centre's interlocutor for Naga peace talks, A.K. Mishra, to confirm what will be the highest level of offer from the central government on the issue. Furthermore, Zeliang added that only then they can convey it to the two negotiating parties, the NCNIM and the 7-member Naga national political groups, and then the public and the elected members of the State Assembly will take a decision. Office of the Chief Medical Officer Wokha on Friday through an appreciation letter expressed gratitude to the Deputy Chief Minister Yantungo Patton for the generous contributions for improving the health delivery system in the district of Wokha. The notification thanked Patton for the donation of 20 oxygen concentrators on the 7th March 2022 and mentioned that it will be of immense help to the people of the district. The Janata Dal United has extended support to the BJP ahead of the government formation in Manipur. Notably, the BJP, which won 32 out of 60 assembly seats in Manipur, is all set to form the new government in the state. Meanwhile, newly elected JDU MLAs stated in a letter that the party has taken the decision in the interest of the people of Manipur. On the other hand, the JDU MLAs has appealed to the BJP to honor the mandate reposed in the party and fulfill the hopes and aspirations of the people. It may be mentioned that the Naga People's Front, which won 5 seats in the recently concluded Manipur Assembly elections, has also extended its support to the BJP. Moreover, 2 independents, including the richest candidate Nishikanta Sapam, have also announced their support to the BJP. In a major move to rope in industry experts and professionals, the University Grants Commission is doing away with the mandatory PhD requirement to teach in the central universities. Special positions like Professor of Practice and Associate Professor of Practice are being created. This will allow diplomats to walk in to teach international relations, and the UGC chairperson stated that there are experts who want to teach, but due to the mandatory PhD rule, they are now unable to apply. Therefore, it was decided that the special positions will be created and that there will not be any need for a PhD. The 21-year-old Tamil Nadu youth Sainikesh Ravichandran, who picked up arms for the Ukraine against Russia, is reportedly willing to return home. Ravichandran's father said his son is willing to return home, and Ravichandran is a student of the aerospace engineering at the Kharkiv National University in eastern Ukraine. Ravichandran is currently serving the Ukrainian military by being part of the Georgian National Legion paramilitary unit. Notably, Ravichandran had initially refused to return home earlier. Paytm founder and CEO Vijay Shekhar Sharma, who was arrested by the Delhi police for allegedly ramming a Jaguar Land Rover into the vehicle of Benita Mary Jaikar, DCP, on February 22, has been released on bail. Sharma allegedly caused the accident outside Mothers International School on Aurobindo Marg and was arrested under the IPC Section 279 as per the FIR filed by the constable Deepak Kumar, who is posted as Jaikar's driver. Police lodged a complaint against Sharma based on Kumar's FIR, where he also stated that he could identify the alleged offender. When contacted, Constable Kumar told the paper that he first took DCP Jaikar to a petrol pump at around 8 a.m. A day after India accidentally fired a missile that landed in Pakistani territory, Pakistan demanded a joint probe into the incident. Notably, India has already ordered a court of inquiry into the incident. However, Pakistan has asserted that an internal court of inquiry was not enough. The Pakistan Foreign Ministry stated that the whole incident indicated many loopholes and technical lapses of serious nature in Indian handling of strategic weapons. It further added that the Indian decision to hold an internal court of inquiry is not sufficient since the missile ended up in the Pakistani territory. Moreover, Pakistan also listed some fundamental questions for the Indian government. The Premier League on Saturday has disqualified Roman Abramovich as a director of the Chelsea Football Club, and Chelsea's assets were frozen after the UK government imposed sanctions on the owner Abramovich. The world and the European champions were frozen as an asset of Abramovich, who was one of several Russian oligarchs to be targeted amid the war in Ukraine. The Blues were given a license to continue fulfilling fixtures and paying staff, but are relying on the cash reserves to function, with various revenue streams halted as part of the government action on Abramovich because of his alleged ties with Russian President Vladimir Putin. The board's decision does not impact on the club's ability to train and play its fixtures, as set out under the terms of a license issued by the government, which expires on 31 May 2022. Cristiano Ronaldo set another goal-scoring record in a return to form, a hat-trick to keep Manchester United's chances of playing in the Champions League next season alive, with a 3-2 win over Tottenham on Saturday. Ronaldo became the leading goal-scorer in the history of the sport, surpassing football great Joseph Bican. Ronaldo's three fantastic finishes took him clear as the highest scorer of professional men's football history, according to FIFA's records, with 807 goals for club and the country. Victory lifts United back into the fourth, although they are just 2 points ahead of the Arsenal, who have 4 games in hand. A fifth defeat in the 8 league games is another blow to the Tottenham's hopes of a top 4 finish, as they remain 7th, now 5 points behind the United. Thank you, viewers. That's all from NLTV Primetime News. I'm Rinki Gogoi signing off. For more updates, keep watching Nagaland TV. Sob manulagawas.